Hi, it's been a while. You look good. Have you lost weight? New haircut? I love what you're wearing. Things look a little bit weird. We're doing the VR chat thing just because the channel's not going well. We need to try new things, okay? Just, if you're watching this, I am dead. I'm only joking. It's 2026, or at least it is where I am. Given how bad I've been with deadlines and release dates, I thought I'd record this in advance and try to get it edited and queued for the midnight of December 31st. Fingers crossed I haven't missed that one too. But for now, let's chat about the past year from January 2025 to December. For those who remember, I announced at the end of 2024 that I was going to take a break from content creation and work on some IRL stuff that needed my time. Right as I posted that video, I was asked to work on oneself again and do a live stream show, which obviously turned into Inside Oneself. I didn't necessarily have time to work on the show or do that live stream, but after enough coercing, I did it. And I don't regret working on the show, so that break probably has to be now, since I didn't get to have it in the past 12 months. I'm positive you've either tuned into Inside Oneself or were a guest on the stream if you're listening to me right now. Myself and Celtic have had a great time making the cold opens and doing the show with Flick. We're all working on the final episodes of the series when we get time, and the live show will resume, albeit only when a new episode of the main show has released. Which allows me to relax a little bit more because we're not doing a stream every weekend like we initially did with the live show. Or every second week. I don't even remember what the schedule was. Thank you for watching Inside Oneself, by the way. So much work went into that show that isn't seen, so thank you before we go forward. By the time this video comes out, if a new Oneself has just been released or is about to, don't expect a live show immediately after for a week or so. We want to leave people a little bit of time to fully absorb the episode, rewatch it a few times, and have some questions ready for the stream by the time we go live. It'll be anywhere from a week or two to probably a month, I imagine. The weekly uploads have been a steady staple of the channel, though not exactly raking the insane views for the most part. I've been doing solo streams most Sundays, which is a routine I've grown quite fond of. They've been tons of fun just to shoot the shit, play some games, and react to some content. I bet on the wrong horse for the comedy stream, which put my channel out of commission for a week or so with the community guideline strike. I gotta be very careful going forward in that regard. But if a better time of day or week comes apparent for the solo streams, I'll adjust to that accordingly. Right now, the Sunday stream is really comfy for me to go live. But as of right now, I don't have any scheduled shows coming up for the new year. But I'm working on assets and ideas for live content. So stay tuned. I hope to be back by maybe February, around then. I want to briefly touch on my daily shorts, which have yielded results I've been trying to get with the weekly uploads. It's mostly old content being rehashed to a new audience, but it is growing the channel, so I'd be a fool to ignore that, right? I'll keep that going for as long as I can. However, the weekly uploads for the normal uploads on the channel are going to run out sometime in early 2027. I don't really have the time nor the backlog to, put more videos onto that schedule. So my channel will go quiet in roughly a year's time, but don't consider that me down and out. By that point, I'd rather upload when I have something of substance to show you rather than just some meme or shitpost, If I'm still streaming by then, I don't think you'll see too much of a disruption on that front. Hopefully. I wanted to celebrate the success of prom night, or at the very least talk about the response to it, but I think maybe the less said about it the better. I'm very satisfied with how it turned out. I think it's probably the best video I put out this year. It's the only larger project I've released this year, and I'm very appreciative of any reaction to it, positive or negative. Some of the personal milestones that I wanted to hit in 2025 are successful, and some of them will directly impact the channel as well. It's very early days, but you'll know it when you see it. I don't like the Disneyfication or the marvelizing of entertainment now, but ever since 2021 I felt like Derelictcountry is a channel in phases or stages, completing Retold, Arby Bowl, Chewies, and Machinophobic felt like the closing of the last chapter in the first book of this channel. My work on Oneself and Inside Oneself are like a postscript where many unused ideas for sketchy videos have been repurposed into new things. I think it's a good way of redirecting creative energy rather than just throwing it away. There's a lot of unused material that's yet to be published and shared, but most are incomplete, and I want to find a place to use them in a manner that kind of makes sense, At the time of this recording, episode 16 of Oneself hasn't released. And a secret project of mine is kind of resting on that video releasing in order for me to publish it. A lot of work has been done on it, so hopefully I can share more soon. Regarding oneself, there are 2 cold opens for the live stream, the finale intro for the main show, and then there's kind of a 4th thing which is going to get announced on the next Inside Oneself, for sure. One of these cold opens I've already written, I've sent out the scripts, and I've gotten the lines back, so it's just up to me to film it, animate it, and get it complete. The other cold open is completely written. I just need to send out the scripts. But I'll probably get the other one finished first. There's 2 or 3 other projects that rely on oneself finishing, as in the entire series. So please be patient with myself and Flick as these things take time. When we know more, you will know more. Promise. Where are you? You're up there, I see you. Come down. Look, I made you cocoa and cookies, okay? Just eat those. I'll get through this quickly, okay? I promise. I don't know if the guide to Machinima has come out by the time this releases. I really hope it has. Chances are it hasn't. If you've been checking in on the community tab of the channel, you'll notice that I've been struggling to keep work on the guide going because it requires a lot of focus, a lot of revision, and a lot of research as well. It takes roughly a day or 2 to ease back into the workflow of it, and then very often I'm caught off guard by IRL work or some other obligation that I can't get out of. It gets in the way, and it can't be delayed or postponed. I've apologized for it countless times over the past 4 to 5 years, and despite working on oneself on prom night this year, the guide has been the primary focus for me since August. If I wasn't able to reach my January 1st deadline, then I think the next reasonable window is probably early March. An extra month or so is probably enough for me to tighten the bowls and update the sections that are no longer relevant to the state of the scene or the community. Hang in tight. We're almost there. I promise. Just hang on with me just a little bit longer. It's getting there. It really, really, really is getting there. Hey, you. Fuck you. Oh, you're behind me now, are you? Okay, that's fine. I'll just keep going. Do you mind if I keep going? After the guide is out, I think I'm going to change course for the channel just for the foreseeable future. If we consider the likes of Arby Bowl, Chewies, and server projects to be my main hustle, then I think I have around 10 or 12 left in me. I've given over half a decade to the channel on a consistent basis, and I feel like I need to take a very sharp turn or face a level of burnout that will probably take me away from YouTube forever. Which is why I only plan to release 2 projects this year, if any at all. Once the guide is released, I plan to work on an audio drama, separated into 4 to 5 parts, of roughly maybe 10 to 15 minutes each. They'll either be based on Daisy or Bionicle, but I'm leaning towards Daisy as the zombie apocalypse genre has a lot more fans than a kid's toy line from 2 decades ago. There's no ETA on it, but I do know what I want to do with it. With little or no visual component, I hope I can get this out faster than my usual content, but watch me be wrong about that one too, I guess. Project Numero Dos is a machinima that is not in any game that I've used before now. I don't want to spoil this project because it's something very different than what you're probably used to seeing from me. I think the idea is incredibly strong, possibly stronger than anything I've worked on before. Easy to say because I know what it is and you don't. It could be utter shite, but I've done some screen tests for it. I have some of it written. I probably need to write it from scratch just because it's been a while since I've looked at it. It's not overly complex to make, but there is a lot of logistics involved that'll prove laborsome, but I know it's worth it. The audio drama and this untitled machinima project are all I plan to release this year in terms of larger videos once the guide is done. Although I would like to have a small follow-up series to the guide that'll go over revisions, corrections, updates as needed. Because I've completely dragged my ass on everything I've made from Hard Justice Retold to Prom Night, if at all possible, I'd like to leave behind Halo as a franchise. I think my creative ability doesn't lie in somebody else's intellectual property. I would like to make more independent content, and as such, my only planned project for 2027 is a feature-length Halo Machinima that I would consider to be my farewell to Halo Machinima completely. Many of my machinima projects that I've released over the years have been comical, satirical, or just flat out ridiculous. I've heard it said a few times that if Derelict locked in, his content would be pretty good. So, this is it. You want serious, you got it. I can't go 100% grimdark because it's just not in me, but I can give you something that will end my journey with machinima with a bang. If this feature-length machinima is complete in late 2027 or early 2028, I do have one short machinima video that's basically just like an epilogue for my machinima content. Though I wouldn't consider that to be the farewell. The feature is the farewell, but there's kind of like not a post-credit scene, but there's a short video I want to make for 2028 just as I wrap up machinima completely. Some of the smaller video ideas may or may not appear between 2027 and 2028, but right now all I want to make is my audio drama, mystery machinima, my feature, and its companion piece. I don't know if I want to do another New Year's update video like this. I'd much prefer to knuckle down and get to work on these projects if I can. But I will say this, since you've been listening to me ramble for a while. I haven't shared absolutely everything with you that I'm working on, but I would like you to know exactly where the bus is going. I'm excited to show you more, tell you more, but trust me, you don't want this spoiled. Have a happy... Have a great new year. Was that good? You can hit record, stop recording there.